Okay, perfect. So, this is AbuErdan. And if someone from Egypt, you know that AbuErdan is the friend of the farmer. They always say that AbuErdan is Sadiq al-Fallah. Okay. AbuErdan also is known to be the god of the pharaohs, of course. It was known to be the god of fertility. And that's why I actually used the name AbuErdan right now. So what we do is a digitalization solution. We're mainly transforming the poultry industry, the whole poultry industry, and disrupting it using our solution. So what I'm going actually to go through is I'll talk a little bit about the poultry industry because most of the events are talking about crops. So I'll talk about, in case someone is not familiar with what the poultry industry is, I'll briefly go through it. I'll talk about the challenges, and then I'll talk what our solution is doing in the poultry industry and how it's solving some of the challenges, of course, not all the challenges. So mainly, the main thing that I would like to say also is the poultry industry, actually, the market size is $378 billion worldwide. So it's a huge industry, and it's the largest protein industry in the world. And to tell you the truth, $12 billion yearly of this amount is wasted. $12 billion from this amount is wasted on inefficiencies, wasted in lack of control of operations inside farms, wasted on no traceability, so that you don't know what's going on with the chicken and you'll not be able to investigate, so you will actually lose a lot. So these are all different challenges that are available that makes the poultry industry actually lose a lot of money throughout the market. So actually there are two value chains in poultry. There's broilers, meat, and there's layers, the eggs, table eggs. For the meat, this is the value chain for the meat. If you are in the supermarket, I'll take actually the value chain from the end, from the supermarket. If you are in the supermarket and you have a chicken, probably the chicken will be slaughtered at a slaughterhouse. Okay. Before the slaughterhouse, that chicken came from a farm. It's called broiler's farm, which raises the chicken. The small chick raises it to be a chicken. That's around 30 days. Before that, that small chick came from an egg, and it was hatched inside the hatchery. Before that, that egg, fertile egg, came from another completely different farm. It's called breeders or parent stock. And that actually takes around 1.5 years to make this chicken productive, of course, in 6 months, and then it gets eggs after that for a year. Before that, there's a hatchery, before that grandparents, and then great-grandparents. So this is the whole value chain. So if you think just that the chicken is just one farm, no, it's the whole value chain, a lot of complexity, a lot of operations, and a lot of space for inefficiencies that we work on. Okay, so this is the value chain, and there are a lot of challenges in the value chain. The top main challenges, of course, there are a lot more than that, but these are the top main challenges in the value chain right now. Feed prices, the feed cost is increasing. Okay, this is the main thing. Second thing is epidemics. Third thing is the supply-demand mismatch. There are a lot of supply, and sometimes the demand is less than the supply, and sometimes the vice versa. So we need to work on this. And also the difficulty of the governments actually to be able to find or to know the supply and demand gaps. There's a difficulty in visibility. You cannot actually see what's going on in the market. So these are different challenges that are available right now in the market, and we need to work on them. AbuErdan actually works on some of them, and we have 3 different solutions. One for the poultry companies, the second is for the governments, the third is actually 4. The third is for the banks, and the 4th are for the small farmers. The first one is for poultry companies, and we provide them with efficiency, control, and governance to their companies. What we do mainly is that we take the whole value chain, we map all the activities inside our application, inside the software, so that at the end, any activity that is done on the ground is already mapped on the software, and you can do it on the application directly. So for example, if you're transferring some chicken from a house to another house, this is done on the application. If you are feeding a specific feed type, you're doing it on the application. So anything that you're doing every day, you can add it on the application. Once you add this, it's aggregated all over the houses, and at the end, the poultry company will be able to analyze all this data, have dashboards, analysis, see where are they from the standard, know where is the points of inefficiency that they are doing, and they can operate on that and control also all the input resources and the output resources inside the farms. This actually helps them reduce any waste of energy, feed, water, and all the other resources, medication, vaccines, everything. And we provide them also with the best practices from the genetics companies. So all this can happen inside our solution right now, and it's already operating in multiple companies in Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan. We provide them also with the efficient poultry farm based on different technologies that we're using, like, for example, machine learning. So in machine learning, we predict the performance of the chicken. So once you place the small chicks, after 7 days, we tell them at the end of the cycle, at age 28 or 29, actually, the weight will be that, and the feed conversion ratio, the different KPIs will be that amount, or that values. In this case, they start to take corrective actions before the end of the cycle. And they know actually, they can say, for example, I'll be slaughtering the chicken on day 28, not 29, because at the end, there might be, if I feed them more in one day, it will not get me the weight that I need. So this is actually reducing the number, the amount of feed that I'm feeding the chicken, and I'm getting also the same ROI. So this is very important for the poultry farmers, so that they can take these corrective actions on time. We provide also, as my colleagues here, they were all talking about traceability, which is very important in food. So what we provide, since we provide a solution for each stage, so all the data that's added from each stage and are integrated together automatically. So at the end, I can actually trace back all the operations that happen, not only after the chicken are going, for example, to the supermarket. No, I'm talking about the management. What's going on inside the farms. So all the vaccine that were taken, all the medication, all the life, all KPIs, everything, the ads, everything, all the operations that happened. So we provide also the traceability for the companies, and they are using it for two things. One, investigation, internal investigation. So if something happened, they can go back and see what's going on. The second thing is the poultry company can provide a premium traceable chicken to the market. So at the end, they can actually add a premium price for the chicken at the end. So this is a traceable solution. Of course, we provide them with instant analysis. These are screenshots from our solution as a dashboard for the production manager. So the production manager, of course, can see a lot of details, a lot of comparisons with the standard. You can see numbers in red, numbers in green, so it's easier for them to identify if there's any issues inside the farms. And all the numbers also, they are displayed in red or green based on the standard. And the standard here that I'm talking about is the standard of the breed that is used inside these farms. Of course, we don't provide all these details for all the people inside the company. We provide them with different levels of details. So there's house dashboard, farm dashboard, production manager dashboard, and executive dashboard, so you can at least see a helicopter view of the company itself. We were able actually to identify inefficiencies where our customers gain around 10% 1 minute, okay. 10% of the revenues, control fraud, and save time. The other solution is AbuErdan for governments. We provide a national poultry cockpit where the government can actually see on two different stages. One they can see a production map for all the production inside the different nationwide, inside the different parts of the country. And they can track all the nationwide production and see multi-level dashboards as well for everything. They can accurately spot any supply and gap, supply gaps, supply and demand gaps beforehand. So if there's a supply and demand gap after, for example, 2 months, we can predict it and forecast it. Spot nationwide performance. You can have like epidemics map and full traceability for food safety as well. Just 1 minute more. Okay. We provide also the banks with a solution where they can actually see. Actually, Islam in the morning it was music to my ears when you were talking about the financial model for enabling the small farmers. This is exactly what we're talking about. The small farmers will not be able actually to be motivated to add data or to work with data without having a motivation like, for example, financial services. So that's what we're doing. The last thing, small farmers, we help them to be integrated into the value chain by adding them to the value chain through middle tier like medication companies, vaccination companies, and so forth. Of course, we're featured in a lot of places, and thank you if you'd like to connect with me, and I'll be here. I'll be here. Thank you so much.